Hi, this is Sophie Andrell. This lecture is on Google. Google is critical to getting your company found. Online marketing, if you're creating a post and you're not using a keyword, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you're creating a website and you don't understand that your keywords should be in certain places, again, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you're not using the Google keyword tool, again, you're not understanding how your public is searching. So that's what this is all about, making sure that you understand what I mean by keywords and how Google operates. So let's get started. So there's this little video I'd like to share with you that I love. It's a little bit old, but it really talks about the essence of keywords and Google Ads. It's only 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Goulter, and this is my company, Happy Hound. For the first day or two, I walked into my warehouse at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I realized I was alone. And I would really wait for clients to come in. I figured if I built it, they would come.
When it first started, I came down here and returned her dogs after dog walks. And she had all this space, and there were like 5 dogs in this big warehouse. I'm going, I don't know if this is going to work out.
So at the moment when I was standing in the warehouse with no dogs, I realized that I needed to find ways to market myself. So I sat on my computer and I found Google AdWords. The keyword process was relatively easy, even for a non-techie like me. I knew that I just had to do dog-related keywords. So dog boarding, dog walking, anything related to dog or the dog business was going to be the keywords that I would enter in. When I first started advertising through Google AdWords, I did a very broad advertising campaign, and I just wanted to pull in clients, and I wanted to see where they would come from. We were pulling in so many clients from areas outside of the East Bay that I had to bring down my search. So what I did through Google AdWords is I just went in and targeted the East Bay. I'm an animal lover. My passion is dogs. I never in my wildest dreams ever imagined myself owning a business with 30 plus employees, with 120 plus dogs a day, and thinking of opening more facilities. The doors are packed with dog noses waiting to get in and out of Happy Hound. AdWords helped me grow so quickly here. I know that when I expand, I know this with confidence, that AdWords will also help me fill my next facilities. Life is great. Life is awesome. Do I turn it red?
Great. So that's just a wonderful video showing how someone's using, as per our next slide, Google AdWords to help them grow their business. And what did she start about talking was Google AdWords has a few critical features. One, you can target where your ad is seen, which cities. So obviously she's in a certain location and she wanted her ad to be seen in certain cities. And then the second part was, what are the keywords that she's using? Keywords are critical in anything to do with Google and anything to do with your website. So let's talk about keywords for a second. So if you go to Google, you put in Google search tool, what comes up, the very first thing that comes up is this Google AdWords keyword tool. So click on that, it loads it. And then make sure that you're in the right country. So I'd like to be in Canada for this. And you can be in any particular country. That's the local search piece. It doesn't let you go into a province or anything or a state. It's countrywide. And then let's look at a keyword. So let's look for maybe dog walking, since we're on that topic. Dog walkers. So I'm going to look for dog walkers. I need my dog walked. Better not keep on saying that because he might get excited. So it shows that within Canada, 14,000 people a month, or 14,800, are looking for dog walkers. Globally, 200,000 are looking for dog walkers. But if I go down here and I click on local monthly search, it goes from top to bottom on key terms, keywords that it thinks are related. So pet in, pets, kennels. So kennels are searched for 135,000 times. Sitters, rescue dog, dog training, dog grooming, dog Toronto, dog free, dog for free, free dogs, free the dogs, dog grooming. So if I keep on going down and I keep on going down, so you start looking for a walking the dog, you start looking for walking dog, terms that are better than the keyword you thought, but one that is better, meaning it has more searches and it has low competition. You don't want something that has low searches and high competition, because that means there's a ton of people using that term and trying to get business by using that term. This is how many people are searching for it, this column here. This column here is how many other people are actually using it as a business term, as a keyword, who have purchased Google Ads, actually, is what this term is. So this is what you're looking for. If you're local, look on this column. If you're global, look on this column. If what you're selling is global. So it's pretty exciting. So this is how you use the keyword tool. Go up here, put in the keyword that you're interested in. If you want to get a little bit more fancy on this tool, more advanced, you can look for a broad term, an exact term, or a phrase. But it'll really help you with your keywords, so you start understanding how to use your keywords. Let's go back to the lecture. So Google Ad uses keywords. On a Google Ad, you want to make sure that you put a end date on the ad, so that you don't pay forever. One thing to remember on your Google Ad, if you do create, if you're working with somebody and you decide, or if your own company, I should have a Google Ad, that Google Ads take up to 48 hours to be approved. So if you'd like to, put in an ad for something that you're doing that same day, it won't work. You need to have at least 48 hours for it to get approved. So keyword tips. So once you decide what your keywords are, you want to make sure that they're placed in your website appropriately. So if I go to showplace.org, sorry about that, I spelled it wrong. So if I go to Showplace, what we've done with Showplace is a website recently, and if I look at the keywords that we have in page source, if I look at the keywords, we have the title as Showplace, and then we have the description, live entertainment in Peterborough and the Kawarthas as further keywords, and we have keywords that we put into every page for this company as well. And if I go into, let's see, another company for you, Trent University, what's searchable? This is all searchable, Trent University. If I can highlight something, it means it's searchable. If I go look at the page source, which happens by right-clicking on the actual website, comes up with keywords, content, University, Peterborough. So these are keywords. It's critical to make sure that the keywords that you've given to your webmaster are driven by that keyword tool, so that it actually gets found. So Toronto, Greater Toronto Area, virtual tours, university tours, Ontario universities. So these are words that they believe help them get found on Google. So it's critical to have the keywords in here, and they should have a description somewhere as well. I'm not going to look for it right now. So there's so back to the lecture here. When you're writing your text for your website, there's an area in your website where it asks for keywords. Make sure you're very careful in selecting those keywords using something intelligent like this keyword tool, and then put it into your keyword area, as well as write a description and put that into your searchable area for your website. If you're going to even put text in your website, make sure that the text is selectable and not protected. Protected is old school. Protected means that you've saved it as a JPEG, your text, so no one can read it, no one can steal it. And then what that means is that Google cannot read it. And also make sure that all of your images have a description, a text description for each of your images. That's critical. Why is that critical? Because the search engine can't see what the image is unless you have a keyword description on your image. So that makes your images search engine friendly as well. So further with Google, another thing that they have is this thing called Google Places, where you can go into Google Places and create something that looks like this. You can show up across the web on mobile devices and on searches, and you can put in your own header, you can put in your own images, you can put in links back to your website, and guess what else you can put in? Keywords. You put in keywords. So that again helps Google to understand what you're all about. So any business you work with, your own business, or if you're helping clients, you want to make sure that they get onto Google and Google Plus and create on Google Plus a Google, what's called a google.com/business, places for business. You're creating a place for business. It used to be, they've changed what it's been called quite a few times, but you can get there various ways, and it's critical to create one for the business. Makes it a lot more search engine friendly. So let's continue here. So we talked about that, we talked about this, we talked about the ads, we talked about the keyword tips, we talked about Google Business Places. Finally, Google Analytics. That's critical. Google Analytics is a free tool through Google again that allows you to see how your traffic is doing. So what volume of traffic do you have on the site? It allows you to also see your traffic sources. How much of your traffic, if you have 2,000 searches a day or 20,000 searches a day, it gives you a breakdown to tell you how many came direct, how many came from referrals, and how many came from search engines. So if you clicked on the referrals, it then lists how many came from Facebook, from Twitter, from LinkedIn, from other websites, and it'll list the website. So then you'll know which activity you're doing is actually creating traffic to your site. It's critical. Then on Google Analytics, you can't see it on this older slide. There's something up here called email. You click on that. There's many reports. When you see a report, when you're going through and looking through all the reports on Google Analytics, and you see a report, wow, that's really helpful, I could use that information on an ongoing basis. You click on this little email at the top, fill in your email, and perhaps your boss's email if you'd like them to get a copy of it as well. And it'll automatically ask you, would you like it daily? Would you like it weekly? Would you like it monthly? You can get that report sent to you whenever you like. So it's now coming to you, so you're not having to go to Google to find that report. It'll actually send it to you. I love that feature. When I'm working with clients, I have it set up so that report will go to the client as well as myself on a monthly basis or weekly, depends on the amount of activity that we have going on. So that's an excellent tool. It's free. You go to Google Analytics. You put in your website. It gives you a code. You take that code to your webmaster. You enter it onto your website. It takes around 2 days, maybe 3 days, for it to start collecting the information, and then it starts collecting this information going forward from that time period for your website. I can't see how you can possibly start an online marketing effort without knowing if it's effective. And the only way to know if it's effective is if it's creating traffic to your website or if it's creating direct sales. So if you're not looking for just direct sales, then you definitely want Google Analytics. So it's critical. So finally, Google Plus. Google Plus, what I showed you earlier about this Places on Business, your Google Plus account for business looks like this. You'll end up with this is your Google Plus business site. You end up with a header, you end up with the About section, posts, people like to say it's kind of the best of Twitter and Facebook. You can have circles. You can have great places to actually have chats. They're better than Skype. So Google Plus has come a long way. It's looking good. You definitely put in your keywords, so it helps with your search engine optimization. So it's something that it had a slow start. The features have always been solid. The content's been good. So as a business owner, you definitely want to start populating your Google Plus account. You want to grab your name on Google Plus, add your information, and start posting to Google Plus as you do to Facebook. It's very similar and similar type of group. Google Plus traditionally had an average age of 25, mainly males, or anyone throughout the ages who happen to be in graphics or technology. It's now becoming a little bit wider as far as its target audience. I hope that helps.